Right now, I feel like I used to watch the 10 o'clock news more when I was little, rather than now, where news can be much more important to me. As my brain is developing and I need to start analytically and critically thinking about global issues, I would just watch the 10 o'clock news when I was little for fun. But now, as a teenager who's entering high school, I've realized that keeping up with the news and being able to connect the whole world through news is a very important thing. BBC stands for British Broadcasting Company, which is one of the most successful news outlets in the entire world. BBC isn't necessarily just for British news, but it's a way of connecting all types of news from all types of areas around the world and bringing them into one site where people can find out more about issues going on a few miles away from them or on the other side of the globe. The important thing that I can take away from BBC or the British Broadcasting Company is that connecting the entire world or forming a community through any means is important. The BBC forms its own community by using news as a means to connect people. Firstly, we can take a look at the Ferguson protests and how, just like BBC, they have created a community by uniting people for the same cause. Mike Brown, an unarmed teenager, was shot and killed by a white police officer named Darren Wilson in Ferguson, Missouri. Obviously, this sparked up a national debate about police brutality against young African American males. The Ferguson protesters were angry because they thought that obviously the officer had no reason for killing Mike Brown because, one, he was unarmed, and two, he had no previous criminal record. Since the idea of fighting against the authorities or the police, being able to stand up against the people who essentially control you, it helped Ferguson create a community and bond with each other. Secondly, we can take a look at how the Israeli-Palestinian conflict has actually bonded people of two groups who are being separated, just like how the British Broadcasting Company is able to bond people. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has been going on for many, many decades now, as the Israeli people and the Palestinian people are arguing over whose land it should be. Now, this is actually a relatively small area of land, but it means a lot for the people because of pride. This isn't necessarily an issue of land as much as it is of pride. People are constantly fighting because they think that one side should deserve more land and others think that the other side should deserve more land. However, this news has also sparked lots of national debate over whose land it should be and if the land is divided, how it should be. Being able to connect people and solve these types of problems through news is a very important thing, and the British Broadcasting Company is doing just that. Lastly, we can take a look at Dr. Ranjani Sehgal, who is the founder of a nonprofit organization called Ekal Vidyalaya. Basically, what this organization is its mission is to help kids in India get education without having to pay nearly as much as they have to. Kids who are underprivileged or malnourished should also deserve the same opportunity for education as the rest of the perhaps rich and more privileged kids. What Dr. Ranjani Sehgal is doing is finding an issue, targeting the issue, and coming up with a problem. Bringing a community of people who want to help together. Spreading this information through multiple media outlets. Making sure that her organization is well known and that people know what she's trying to do so that they can help. This means of making sure that her organization is really news to other people, makes her organization successful, as well as bringing together a community of people to help a good cause. In conclusion, the British Broadcasting Company is a means of connecting people throughout the entire world so that they can solve multiple issues in the world, so that they can make the world a better place, and through news, enhance the world in a way we've never seen it before. Thank you.